Sorry, I got startled by the start of the podcast. I just never expect it. I have to continue doing the podcast or evil creatures come into my home. It's part of the contract I have with my publisher, my podcast publisher. If I miss a week, the Babadook shows up and comes in through the front door. I'm like, I thought you were like a metaphor for depression. And he just kicks me in the balls and then leaves. I guess that's how being depressed feels. Maybe the Babadook is trying to teach me something. Everybody thinks he's so cool. Everybody thinks he's so sexy just because of the way he dresses. I could dress like that. Just what does he have that I don't have, But it's hard out here for podcasters. I heard if Joe Rogan stops doing his podcast, they send the Grudge Girl after him. And it's not like he can use her as a guest. Even though, she would have made a great palate cleanser after like Jordan Peterson or something. A lot of people just know her for... But a lot of people don't know she's a TERF as well, so she's got a lot to offer. Jordan Peterson isn't a TERF. That's not what I'm saying. See, these things aren't connected. You have to understand what I'm communicating at all times. You should understand how my mind works so well at this point that you don't even actually need to listen to the podcast. You close your eyes at night and your brain runs a simulation of my podcast, thus freeing me from these shackles. I have found if you consume too much of something, you'll eventually start kind of creating fan fiction in your head of that thing, whether you think of it as fan fiction or not. And by you do this, I mean I do it. When I was younger, my sister watched Seventh Heaven every single day after school, and I absorbed all of it through osmosis. And at one point, I just entered like an hour-and-a-half long fugue state where I created a Seventh Heaven episode in my mind. I didn't even like the show. I didn't care about it at all. But I came up with plot lines for pretty much every character. I have no idea how you could write this script. It's so grandiose. It's so intertwined. By the end of it, you're like, is this a television adaptation of War and Peace? Or is it just a 45-minute episode of Seventh Heaven? Seventh Heaven, I don't remember exactly what it was about. I just know that there were 7. That was it. There were just 7 people in a family. It's like, what if that happened? It's really a pretty open-ended premise, but it also has to be vaguely Christian, so it does put kind of limits on what you can do. If Seinfeld had to be Christian, I think it would actually be a better show if it had to adhere to Christian values. It doesn't mean that Jerry can't have a new girlfriend every week. It just means he has to feel really bad about it. So the whole show is really just him in confession. If I recall correctly, the series finale of Seinfeld was all of them in jail, right? As a metaphor for the prison of their own sin, obviously. This is clearly what Larry David intended. A lot of people think Larry David is Jewish. And I'm like, well, produce evidence. They'll show me a picture and be like, and I'll be like, not good enough. I need sources. I need hard data. I need Larry David standing in front of a camera and saying, my name is Larry David, and I'm a Jewish individual. Otherwise, I'm just not convinced. Alright, I'm getting a call on the Purgatory Podcast phone line. Hello, who is this? Why are you contacting me? I'm doing the podcast. It said in the contract if I don't do the podcast, the Babadook comes. It didn't say anything about the Babadook calling me. Are those lore-accurate noises you're even making?
I don't know.
Wait, you can talk. You can just talk. Just talk normal if you could talk. What? Okay, hold on. I'm getting another call. Can you just stay on the line? Just because, I don't want to hang up on you. I don't want to piss you off, obviously. You called for a reason. But I got to talk to our eye in the sky, Chuck Charles, who is normally in our traffic helicopter. But today, all the traffic, as you know, I don't know, Babadook, if you've been keeping up with the local stories, but the Big Peach is in town. That's right, the biggest peach in the world has been rolled into the city square. It's a marvel. What I'm hearing, though, is the traffic is an absolute fucking nightmare by the Big Peach, and that's why we sent Chuck Charles down to street level, and I believe that is him on the line right now. Hello? Chuck, is it looking peachy out there?
Did you say peachy?
Wait, dude.
What?
I'm gonna wait to see if you can figure out what you got wrong.
What do you mean? I didn't... What?
Well, I was kind of thinking you'd be by the Big Peach.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm at the Big Beach.
What the fuck is a Pig Beach, Chuck Charles?
Well, I don't feel like I need to explain that. I think the Big Peach needs more explanation in terms of concepts.
You don't know what a Big Peach is?
Yeah, I'm at one.
No, you're at a Pig Beach.
What did I say? Oh, hey, Babadook.
Don't talk to him. Hold on, I'm getting another call. Hello, who is this?
Hey, it's me, Slurp on Lipstick. I'm on my way to the podcast to do time check, but I'm stuck in traffic. It looks like there's a big fruit. It's in the middle of the road, like some kind of like natural disaster is happening.
No, that's just part of the Big Peach. The Big Peach is in town.
Well, whatever it is, is it supposed to be in the middle of the street? Yo, it looks like people are just crashing into it, and then their cars are getting absorbed into the Peach. I've been watching this for about 25 minutes now. No, we can't figure out where the cars are going.
What are you talking about?
We can't find the cars. Somebody got a shovel. They're digging out the Peach to see if they can get to see if there's any survivors. I'm telling you, they're so deep in the Peach at this point. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm really scared.
I do.
Oh, I'm glad the Babadook is on this call. That really comforts me a lot.
You know, can you go around it? Is it possible to just go around?
Well, yeah, there is a detour set up, but it's gonna take me through Pig Beach. I don't want to go there. Too many pigs. Not enough beach.
Yeah, can I go now? This mutual bond I had with 4 pigs is starting to wear thin. Then I think they're gonna start trying to attack me.
Yeah, you don't have to ask me to leave Pig Beach. I never asked you to go there in the first place.
Well, I wasn't gonna mention it, but I'm looking at the email you sent me, and it does say Pig Beach.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I would have caught that. Hold on. Okay, let me go through my email. Expedia, Bath and Body Works, Etsy.
Oh, you gotta get that sorted so you have mail from important people at the top so you can see it.
Yeah, I do have more important people at the top. That's why I'm scrolling down so far to find the thread with you. Okay, here's the email. Can you go to Pig Beach? I did say Pig Beach. I put Pig Beach in the email.
I knew it. I got you, ass. I got you.
Alright, breaking traffic update. A black unmarked helicopter with what look like government secret agents have swooped in with an enormous net and picked up what remains of the Peach, and they've taken it away. And they told everyone here not to tell anyone anything they saw today if they cared about their families. That's all they said.
So why are you telling us this now?
They said if you care about your family. You don't think I'm in danger, do you?
Slurp on Lipstick, thank you so much for the traffic update. And Chuck Charles, thanks for absolutely nothing. Thanks for absolutely jack fucking squat. That's enough of everyone else. Chuck Charles, man, I don't know. He's on thin ice. I don't know if he even deserves to be on a podcast. Unlike me, my bona fides are ironclad. One of my qualifications is that I've hosted a podcast. This one. I've done it previously, and I'm doing it right now. Don't know if you noticed. You probably didn't, because it's so seamless, and it's done so well. You almost don't even realize you're listening to a human being speaking. You're like, oh, I thought that was trees rustling in the breeze, but it actually was the Purgatory Podcast upon closer inspection. It was just done so well, you didn't even notice it. That's probably why nobody listens, because it's too good to listen to. Oh my god, I forgot you're still on there. Like I said, I don't want to hang up on you because I don't know if that would have negative repercussions. You definitely hold all the cards. You can phase through physical matter. I don't know, I haven't seen the movie, but the real Babadook is like slightly more chill than his portrayal in the film, which, as I just said, I haven't seen. So you might be wondering how I could possibly make that statement. Well, I'm just talking out my ass. That's how. If you're willing to do that, then nobody can question you. You can just say, Well, I don't know, I'm just making it up. It's a very freeing thing to do, to be like, oh, I guess I lied because I felt like it. This is how you win every argument. Wait, so you just sneeze normal? Whatever, I'm just tired of the fucking antics. It just never stops. Everyone's putting on an act, and I'm tired of it. Just be real with me. This is something that I'm starting to notice with people in my life where it's like I'm kind of just talking to like, I don't want to say like a robot, but they kind of just think and do the same thing over and over and over again, and you'll have conversations with them that are just the same conversation you had yesterday. I'm like, am I the only sentient human being on the planet? Like, am I fucking nuts? I'm not sure what that's all about. It seems to be like a relatively new thing. Could just be we're in a time and environment where you don't really have to mentally stimulate yourself. Like, it's not a requirement to get by in life, so there's not much of an incentive to do it. But, you know, you gotta break out of that. You gotta do something, you just have to do something different, I think. I think even if you just, like, a change to your daily routine would probably shake that up. One you can do this anytime. You can do this right now. Just close your eyes. Imagine a shape, any shape. Now double the shape. So now you have 2 of them. Just keep adding shapes to that mental image, and the more shapes you add, the smarter you'll become. Most people can average like 20 to 24 shapes. And you can find those surveys in the New England Journal of Shit I Made Up. Anyway, there's no segue here. This is Slurp Von Lipstick with Time Check, who has now arrived. Actually, pretty much on time. Despite the troubles he's seen, I'm sure he'll be glad to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the host of Time Check, Slurp Von Lipstick. Give it up. Thanks, thank you so much. Thank you, my name is Slurp Von Lipstick. If you want to know what time it is, I might be able to do something for you, but don't tell anybody about this, okay? This is a time check just for you. If everybody knows you're getting a time check, that means everybody's gonna want time check. You should consider yours an exclusive and unique experience. How many times have you walked down the street, AirPods in, the Purgatory podcast cranked to maximum volume on your listening device, which is what I recommend for time check to have the full effect. Meanwhile, you see some dolt on the sidewalk trip over a crack because he's looking down at his phone. You know what he's looking at? The time. Don't be like that guy. More people have the nuclear codes than have listened to the Purgatory podcast this week. More people know the real secret about UFOs than have listened to the podcast, probably ever. By the way, found out today UFOs are real. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that peach from earlier, that was anomalous. It's just one thing after another in my life, you know. The latest, it's the peach thing. My ex-wife, Larissa, recently re-uploaded old photos of us when we were together on Facebook, except she replaced me with an air fryer, and she's like, oh, I'm just kissing my new air fryer that I got. It's like, you could still see my body, the air fryer's just on my head. Doesn't make any sense. Like, she wasn't smart. That's why it's fine that we're not together anymore. But I wish I at least had her respect. And then my fucking homunculus, he called me crying upset the other day. He said, hey, I wasn't in the yearbook. I'm like, what fucking yearbook? And he was crying like, I'll never be in a yearbook because it's not clear if I'm human or like what I am or if I'm just like a clay guy. And I said, calm down. Well, you'll be in the yearbook. So my homunculus, who isn't even named, he doesn't have a name. So I don't know what they're gonna put under the photo. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for him. I'll just give him a call and ask him what his name is. He's probably playing Pikmin. He's been obsessed with Pikmin because he thinks he's the Pikmin. I don't know. Hello? You want to be named Peepo Salad? Alright, fine. But I'm not gonna call you that shit. You're still homunculus in this household. No, you cannot wear a shirt that says fuck big oil. What are you talking about? They're not gonna let you do that. Your views are all over the place. Like, I can't figure out where you fall on anything. You said you're pro-capitalism, but you're anti-commerce? Like, what the fuck does that mean? That doesn't make any sense. Homunculus. Alright, yeah, rest up. Tomorrow is the big day. That's right, when you get your photo taken. Gotta get your beauty sleep. Not that that's gonna really fix it. Don't worry about it. You're gonna do great. All you have to do is have a face. Good luck tomorrow. Okay, and on that note, the time is 1:17 a.m. So another time check in the books. If you want to rate this one in the database, we're sorting all the best time checks ever made, and the number one time check gets deleted. We're taking cues from Netflix. So whatever you guys like, let us know, and we'll eliminate it from the face of the fucking planet. Oh fuck, I forgot you were on there, man. Oh, I'm sorry. How do you do a jump scare over the phone? Okay, I gotta go. That was Slurp on Lipstick, the host of Time Check. You know, I have a theory. I think the reason you've been on the line this whole time, Babadook, I think you actually are starting to like the podcast, and you like it so much you want to hear it in real time. Oh. Sorry, I just got up to 8 octagons. Now I'm back down to 6. I'm trying to be... So 8's the new one to beat. I'm pretty limited. I don't think you can really visualize that many objects at once. There was a comment in a Reddit thread that was like, about, can we understand infinity? And you get the typical kind of Reddit response of, yeah, because you can represent it in mathematics, and we understand how it works quite well. So yes, we can conceive of infinity. And I was like, I don't think you can conceive of infinity unless you can actually imagine an infinite amount of things. If you can't do that, you don't really get it. You're only getting the representation. The whole point of the math is because we can't conceive of it, it's so that we build a representation that works. But it's still confusing map and territory to say that the formula completely encapsulates infinity. That really applies to the news too, because when they're like, oh yeah, 200,000 people died, and you're like, that's more than one. That's really kind of how you're conceiving of it. You're like, it's either one or it's multiple. Those are really the only two options. I mean, it's kind of a defense mechanism to not be able to really fully process to a granular level, like how deep that suffering is. There's not really any, you don't need to be that empathetic, but you also don't want to go in the other direction either. But maybe another way to do it for selfishly wired humans, aka all of us, is to be like, well, think of the worst thing that's ever happened to you in your entire life. Now use that as the sliding scale to determine how bad other people might have it. Start from your own experiences. Be like, oh, this is like the time I stubbed my toe, but like if 50,000 people all stubbed their toe at the same time and all instantly died. It's rough. It's rough to stub your toe and then die. Hope it never happens to me. Hope nothing bad ever happens to me or my precious body ever again. Especially after having damaged it last week, namely my face, by falling directly onto the ground. Just still kind of waiting for that to heal. Which is good that the body does that. It's good that the body remembers like what it looked like before. It can just like kind of control Z. It's like, yeah, I think this is what your face used to look like, good enough. It's like, why can't the body remember itself being hotter? You know, like, what if you just tore your entire face off and your body grew a new face, but it looked better? Because it's like, well, I guess you really didn't like the last one. Build back better. Body. Pass the BBBB bill. Sorry, the BBBB bill. But anyway, yeah, the body, I mean, It's like your body is much smarter than you are. I don't know how to make blood. I don't know how to do it. And I was thinking about this because of having lost a lot of it and just like looking at the ground and being like, I was using that. And I was like, how do I make more? Like it was something I had to do. I'm like, well, I gotta figure out how to make more blood in my body. Anyway, I guess at this point I should mention this episode is brought to you by the U.S. Navy. U.S. Navy, surfs up. That's all it says. So I guess if you want to join the Navy, just, really just kind of go towards the water. They'll be around there somewhere. Or look up. They're in the sky too, which is really confusing. I mean, just pick a lane. Why does the Army have boats? Why do the Marines have helicopters? And why do I have a Honda Civic? These are the kinds of questions that haunt my sleep. It's like, the Air Force has boats. If you're on an Air Force boat, you gotta ask yourself, like, what the hell am I doing? If the Air Force wants a boat, call the Navy. Call the Navy's number instead. They're like, hey, Navy, you got a ship nearby? They're like, yeah, we'll come, blow up that guy. Or who's just in the ocean. The guy who's in the ocean, we'll shoot him. So you don't have to, so you can focus on doing what you do. Makes sense to me. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get what we're doing. Anyway, yeah, so enlist in the Navy, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but you should do it, I guess. Might be good for you. Anyway, bye-bye.